Yeah.
God.
They call all Yahweh Bashim Rashai, all praise to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Muhakwadash, the honest apostles and elders at Great Millstone, move well, keep us in salutations, the elect Akim doing his word, pushing his word, truth and sincerity. Peace, salutations to you all. I'm here with the brother, you know.
Shema, Shalom.
We just gonna do a quick video, you know, just going over a few scriptures, you know, fellowshipping through the spirit, getting the work in, and we just gonna get into it, starting.
It's Matthew 24 and 32. It said, now learn a parable of the fig tree when its branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves. Ye know that the summer is nigh.
Real quick, because the scriptures are meant in parables, you know, and sayings and words for you to get them, and not everybody understands the parable. You know, you have something called in the world called the inside joke, you know, or inside story. Between it's only two or more parties who know what that person is talking about, and that's what Yahweh Shai did when he spoke to his disciples. You see, he only spoke to those believers, the great multitude who believed. You see, and that's that fig tree. You know, when the fig tree is growing, you know the summer is nigh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know it's getting ready to get ripe. You know.
You're ready to fall off.
You know, summer is that season. Spring and summer is where you do a lot of your outside work. You see, you do a lot of lawn work. You do a lot of work outside, whether it be roofing. You see,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of lawn care businesses go on.
Yeah.
And that's scriptural because hey, we're doing that work right now. You know, we're picking up our shovels and our plows, and we're putting in the work for you. How about Shem Shai, man?
Oh, kind. And if I could say, when Yahweh Shai was in the wilderness, he went to a tree to get some fruit after he fasted, and the tree had no fruit, and he smoked the tree. Matter of fact, let me get that. You want some more on this though?
Yeah, read it real quick to 35.
God. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Yeah, verse 36.
God, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of the heaven, but my Father only.
Yeah, kind of exactly. You know, so one generation passeth away. You know, the generation where we went into hardcore slavery, hardcore bondage for our sins. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this generation is not going to pass away till all things be fulfilled, the prophecies. You know, because the Lord's not going to come back until the prophecies are all fulfilled, whether it be via World War III, the mark of the beast, and the microchip, things of that nature. So, you know, this generation is not going to pass. You know, and then nobody knows when that time is going to pass, when that day is going to come. But we have an inkling because the prophecies is the inkling to when we know.
So once the different prophecies begin to set up, we know that it's going to be time. And we were just talking about earlier how the older generation, the baby boomers, you know, their generation is kind of dying off, and you're kind of seeing a shift in paradigm. It's a shift, you know. Mm-hmm. It's in the age where, you know, you could just buy a house for $50,000. You could buy, you know, a car, you know, steel car, and it's gonna last you, you know, for 30, 40 years or something, you know, something like that. Yeah, we're in a whole nother age of, you know, the microwave generation. You throw shit away, you know, shit is broken before you even buy it. You know, a lot of these cars and shit, they got, what's it called?
Malfunction.
Yeah, malfunctions and fucking recalls, and You know, basically everything is cheaper. The parts are cheaper. Everything is cheaper. You know, the point being that we're in a certain generation where things are done a certain way, because that's how it works. You know, there's spiritual vibrations on every generation and every time on this planet. But like it said, verse 34, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So we know that there's a certain timeline, and we can see that the earth is ramping up for that timeline. That's how we know when the end is coming.
Okay. And then it say no, nothing will, everything will be fulfilled. You know, so it says everything. You know, nothing's going to skip and jump, and this ain't going to happen, but this will. Everything will happen.
God.
You know.
Verse 35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. God.
That's because we're not. You know, the Lord is not like people in this world, or where you could change your mind and you could switch at the last minute. No, the words of the Heavenly Father, are stamped and already printed, so it's all going to happen already.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no going back. He's going to make His words true. What's going to happen, man?
This is a precept, Mark 11 and 12. And on the morrow, when they would come from Bethany, he was hungry, and seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves, let's put the red letters in there. And seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves, he came, if happily he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Yahushua answered and said unto it, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. And they came to Jerusalem. That's past it. But basically, he said the time of the figs was not yet. He found nothing but leaves. And so at this particular point, it's kind of a parable, because it wasn't quite his time to go yet. Mm-hmm. Just like we read, there's a time for everything. There's a time and a place and a season. Hey, so he said, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever, because it didn't have any fruit. And that's part of being in the faith was. And it could have been. It doesn't tell you what time of the year it was, but the fact that he saw that it was nothing but leaves, it wasn't anything. He's like, damn, and cursed it forever. So, if the Lord cursed it, it must have been for a reason. And we don't want to receive the curse of not being fruitful, and because not receiving the things of the fruits of the Spirit. Yeah, because part of receiving the faith and receiving the understanding of Yahushua, having Yahushua sub with you, is being fruitful. Being fruitful in the Word, being fruitful in the Spirit. Your spirit has to grow. It should be more. I'm not gonna put a timeline on how many brothers should be in your camp or anything like that, but things should be growing. Men should be growing. Men's spirit should be growing.
Isaiah 55.
God, Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word. We'll start at 11, right?
Yeah, 11.
Okay, kind. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Hold on, start at 10.
Okay,
kind.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to start at verse 8 if you don't mind. Verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord, saith the Most High. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater.
God, so the cycle of life. When fall is coming. When winter is coming, spring, and summer. These things are going to come. You should also know things in the spirit are going to come as far as adjusting and as far as being circumspect, building your mind up, having foresight for ready for, like the brother said, growing. preparing your mind for what's to come. Like when winter comes, don't you know to get a coat? You get a good winter jacket, a good winter coat, get some long johns so you can go out and preach the word. You know what I'm saying? You know snow's gonna be on the ground so your feet get cold. That means you get some woolly socks. You see? So just like that, you should be prepping for different things that's gonna go on in the spirit, things that come. Because there's gonna be things that are gonna be put on a plate for you to handle, whether it be judgment, whether it be learning, growing in the spirit, and learning more aspects of this truth, being with brothers and things like that. So you always gotta know what's to come, because the Lord doesn't deal with stagnant. He doesn't deal with. Why do you think He has seasons? Because He changes things.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not saying that the Lord changes, but He changes. He has
seasons rotate.
He has different things of changing.
Hey, you yourself have seen that, being that where we're at right now, and going to different places, kind of.
Hey, don't you have changing of the guards?
Kind, you do.
Sometimes we have rulers of different kingdoms. That ruler might not rule for that kingdom, the whole rule of that kingdom. There might be different rulers. There might be different protocols. There might be different ways of running things. So it's all about adjustment.
Okay. It says, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it forth, bringeth forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it."
The Lord, everything He's spoken about is gonna happen. Like us, the prophecies and judgment and persecution. None of that is gonna be come out void. Meaning what? None of that is not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. When you void something, that means it goes away.
Okay.
We have a voided check or things like that. You void something out, that means it goes away. It's obsolete. But according to the Lord, man, His words aren't going to be obsolete. It's going to happen. So knowing it's going to happen, you should go very well prepared for what's going to happen.
That's right. Yeah, because if His word He said, if He set up men, He said, the scriptures say the Most High will do nothing, but He'll send His servants. He'll give it to His servants, the prophets.
Right.
He set up His men to be a mouthpiece for Him. Well, if His word is not going to go out void, that means His men, the things that they're doing, is not going to go out void, because the men, they have the words that He's issued out. Verse 11, read that again. "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it."
Yeah, so we're going to be happy when all these things are accomplished, man. When these things do come to pass, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rejoice, not only because Yahushua is just getting the green light to come back from the Heavenly Father. He doesn't even know. So He's going to be pretty eager and ready to go, because Yahweh let Him loose to come down as a destruction, a death angel. That like He did in Egypt, because He came. That death angel in Egypt was Yahushua, if you can receive it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be on that end of that other stick, the other side. Saying that, hey man, putting a stamp on these years. I gave the Lord 10 good years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
If it's another millennium, I'm not gonna keep going. I try to be funny, but hey, you ain't supposed to have that way of thinking.
Yeah, that's right.
You're supposed to just go to the end.
Okay.
Hey, even I'm gonna say myself, even if I'm not the elect, I still want this place to be destroyed, man.
Hey, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
I still want Israel to get out of this position and that the Lord to come back in the kingdom. You see, that's how bad we want to get out of here.
That's another reason it says that it shall not return unto me void. And so the Lord will use, we've seen it, through the course of years. You have one man or different men who come, different men who go, and the Lord uses different men. Maybe, like you said, a point in time, those men slide out the door. God. It shall not, the Lord is going to keep putting His Spirit on different men. It shall not return unto me void. Verse 12, for ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands.
What is that talking about? That's talking about the earth rejoicing.
That's right. Yeah. And the trees are not actually going to clap, but
parable.
Yeah, it's talking about men.
Kind.
Men.
Kind.
Praise, and the earth is going to rejoice.
Kind. Because we're mourning as well, or the earth is mourning as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to rejoice when this so-called white man goes down.
That's right.
The ruler of this world, when he goes down, we're gonna rejoice. Even the two-thirds when they get into the kingdom, they we're gonna rejoice, man. Will Smith on his Instagram, he gonna rejoice.
Boy. Everybody's gonna rejoice. It's verse 13. Yeah, because the state that we're living in, man, we were just talking about it. This isn't living. Having to fucking week by week, check by check. You pray to the Lord that nothing crazy happens. So or maybe maybe you're not lit week by week. Maybe you're 2 weeks. Maybe you're 4 weeks from homeless, whatever your number is. But you're not getting the lion's share of what Esau's getting. You're not on the level of Esau. Well, they're just, some of these Edomites, they work 3 months out of the year. And when they do work, it's a bunch of bullshit. So, hey, this place here, this isn't living.
Do you have another precept? Is that Revelation? Did that?
Yeah, I had that real quick. Revelation 7:1. It says, and after all these things, I saw 4 angels standing. Matter of fact, jump to verse 3. You can read that for yourself. It says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the seed nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So, the earth, everything in this place is going to be destroyed. This particular place of Babylon, aka America, is going to be destroyed. But not until the servants of the Most High are sealed in their foreheads. That's the elect.
Not everybody gonna die, man. That's
right.
Because that's an excuse to just go all out, whatever you want to do. Everybody gotta die one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you knew the truth, then you would act differently. Because some people can live and be made out, and to be delivered. If you understood that you can be delivered instead of saying YOLO, then you would be acting different, because the whole, when they think of the world ending, they think of the globe just spontaneously combusting into little particles, like exploding. The Lord's not going to destroy the whole earth. He's just going to destroy America, okay, and other different parts of this place, man. But the elect has to be sealed first. The angels are holding back that destruction right now until the elect is sealed. Then everything's going to be obliterated. That's when the world's going to end, and then a change in power. And then, but you're going to have the angel, the archangel Michael come down here too, because the destruction is going to be so fierce, so out of this world, man. And that's a whole nother lesson going into the destruction of this place. Because we can only, in our minds, we can only imagine, but
Yeah.
guess what really is going to happen? We can only put it into our predictions, but you never know what's really going to happen.
Man, hey.
We know it, but it's just
yeah, it's a difference.
It's not words.
Yeah, kind of. This is Ecclesiastes just to back you up. 1:4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
Mm-hmm. So hey, one generation passed away, another one cometh. So at line after line, family after family after family, they come and they go. People die, reincarnation come back. The earth is still here, but the earth is always still going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The earth is always going to still be here, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. So, it's going to it's going to take a while for the whole, if the earth is destroyed, that's going to take hell to be, you can't really, you know what I'm saying, put it back together. You can, but shit.
Now, what would be the Most High's point of all of this if he was just going to destroy everything? Because he actually did that before and promised that he would not do that again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you see the rainbow, which you guys ironically have used that as a symbol for complete deviancy and degeneracy. And one of the reasons he destroyed another part of the earth, Sodom and Gomorrah and the different cities there.
Yeah.
He already said, look, I will not bring destruction over the whole earth again. But he is going to bring destruction on a large part of this place.
Yeah.
So, hey, these people are in for a fucking rude awakening.
Yeah.
So if you believe in the principles of the scriptures, then basically this answers a lot of questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with global warming? Are we going the ice cap's going to melt? Is this place going to flood? What's going to happen? Everything is within the plan, man. It's within the Most High's plan.
Talking about God's plan.
God's plan, yeah. But you said YOLO, so it's kind of.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just prepare for, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Because as society, as we know which way in the direction is going, you going down a dark alley, man. You can't do nothing but prepare for the worst, man. Because late at night, you just have to be on guard. So, every turn could be the turn for the worst. But we still pray to the Lord in this place. What does it say? This is the valley of the shadow of death.
Valley of the shadow of death, kind of.
So none of us are saved. None of us are already made it yet. So gotta keep it.
Nobody's past judgment. Nobody's past punishment. Everything is still up in the air. That's what it means to be a servant of Yahweh Shai. Enduring to the end as a good soldier. All right, and then and here's what's gonna happen. We know it has to happen because he said these men who were sealed, 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Okay, and then of course you got also the 1/3 also as well.
Yeah, so there's no point of us really worrying about our lives because we're going to be changed. We're gonna be built back up. So these lives really don't matter to us.
So
they just break down early, like we mentioned. But that's all I had, man.
Okay, kind. Absolutely. Lord willing, man, this lesson was edifying for you. Hey, man, just continue to endure, continue on in the faith. Continue to grow. Jumping back to the first verse we read. When you see when the branch is yet tender and put it forth leaves, the summer is nigh. When everything is getting to a certain point, brothers is calling out, that the end is near. Okay, currency going down. All the things that make this place great are going down. The leadership failing, the moral compass and the moral fiber of this place going down, and the generations before us who had a little bit of it, just a little bit, they're starting to leave this earth too. So that our generation, the generation of that curses their father and curses their mother. So. Lord's setting that chessboard up,
Hey, Lord willing, y'all edify, man. We're going to say all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kokodash, the lives to the apostles and elders, our great millstone, rule very well. Be special citation to you, like Akim doing his work, and truth and sincerity. And with that, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Call off. Yahweh Hashem, Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.